Casey funny, yeah. Casey funny, yeah.
outside of work, I'm not.
Casey funny, yeah, yeah.
I'm not shaking your hand. I can't do it.
Hey, touch people they don't know. I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
you know, we here.
What is going? Are we live?
I requested you.
What's going on? Good morning, good people. It is Saturday, June 8th, 2024. Our beautiful program is back, and we have a special guest in the building.
Yes, sir.
Lauren, welcome to the program.
It's me. Hi, everyone. Thank you for having me on. I really appreciate it.
So, Scoop, go ahead and introduce Lauren and whatnot.
We have a very special guest today. If y'all been watching the show for a while, y'all know I used to work at Red Robin. I hated that place, and she was one of the people that made the place fun to work at. She's a beautiful soul. I remember when we was talking about having who was gonna have on the show, and I told her she used to work at Red Robin. It was like that place had a lot of talent, and I thought about it, and I was like,
yeah.
That's true, because we had
That
Shayna,
was stacked.
we had Shayna on the show, we had The Method on the show, we had Tristan on the show, we had Jasmine on the show. Am I missing anybody?
Tristan!
Yeah, we had Tristan on the show. Yeah, so we had.
Before you continue, someone's phone is still up, meaning their volume.
Okay.
So that it needs to be completely muted. If you all hear that echo.
I hear.
I got my volume turned on,
I got my volume turned down too.
and I got them.
Oh, wait.
All right, now talk.
Hello. I still hear it.
Try again.
Hello.
Maybe it's in here. Continue though. I'll fix it.
All right.
Okay. Where was that? Where was that?
Y'all had talent.
Yeah. We had talent, and just looking back at it, the one in Bowie, Timo. That was in there. I love her personality. I love what she got going on. Her voice. She has one of my favorite songs of all time, called "Someone Else," and I play it to no end. I play it to no end. So Lauren Monet is on the show today.
Thank you. Thank you for that beautiful introduction. Thank you for that.
Go ahead. Listen.
No.
We've shared plenty of tears on the show, so
if
feel
we get
free.
into some things, I might shed a few.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
that was a great introduction. Thank
This is a safe space.
Nah, it's just people. Man, that was one of the most trying times of my life, because I was losing my sanity because I felt like I was being disrespected and not like.
The comments, I'm sorry.
Yeah. That's LT. They were though. I was just. That job was very draining, and it was people like her that made me, get. So it's just wonderful to have her on the show. I'm glad. I'm proud of her, first of all. You know what I'm saying? To continue to push her music. You know what I'm saying? Despite what life throws at her. So I just want to start it off by what started your way into singing and the song, because you're a songwriter as well. You're not just a singer. You're a songwriter too. You know what I'm saying? Nobody, she don't got no ghostwriter. She write her own stuff. You know what I'm saying? There's been a lot of he say, she say in the music industry about ghostwriters. We're not gonna get into it.
We can talk all day about that.
Yeah, we not gonna get into it. But what introduced you into singing first of all, and then songwriting?
So I started singing from the age of 6 months old.
Oh
my dad said that he discovered me. And since then, my mom had me in different things, so the choir and things of that nature. So that's how I started singing really church and getting that ear from church. I didn't start taking it seriously until 2020.
Okay.
Y'all know what happened in 2020, the
Pandemic.
pandemic.
Mm-hmm.
So we had a lot of time to ourselves.
Yeah.
Too much time to ourselves.
Too much time.
To think.
Yeah, to
Everything.
think.
Yeah.
So coming out of high school, kind of in college at the time, like I just started going back to my roots, which was writing, how I felt about different things. And so at the time I was dealing with just personal relationships and things of that nature. And so we were so alone by ourselves that I was like, okay, let me write this. Let me write how
Yeah.
I feel. My best friend, Darren, shout out Darren.
Darren.
Darren D-Jack, yes, he makes music too. He took me to the studio in the pandemic, and I absolutely fell in love with it, fell in love with the vibe. Everybody there we went to high school with. So that was like, it was weird because it was
cool.
like we went to high school together, but we didn't know.
Know each other like
And,
that.
yeah, right.
Crazy.
So we're in the studio, and Darren's like, oh, she wants to make an EP, you know, really pushing me. Like, I would say after my dad, like, pushing me, my best friend pushing me was, he's second. So they sent me the beat, and I went home. I was in my bathroom on the floor, and I wrote the song, Someone Else.
Why was you on the floor in the bathroom?
I'm only child. So I'm a little weird sometimes. Do some things unprovoked. But
So you
The
just,
light-
you
the
just
bathroom
Indian
is
style
like
in the
my-
bathroom?
yeah.
The light was off too.
The light was off. Like, the bathroom stuff.
You had candlelight, you had some incense going
Probably a
on your
candle.
neo soul. On your neo soul.
I got a journal that I
Meth.
use for my music now.
Mm-hmm.
And I just started. The beat tells me what to write.
Mm.
So I heard the words as the beat was playing. I was playing it over and over again. And I started off with the chorus.
And it started to come to you as you listen to the beat instead of like writing it first and then find the beat to go to it.
You know, I can't do that.
You can't do that at all.
Mm-mm.
What you find it weird about it?
It's not weird. It's just, it's nothing to me. So it's like,
That's so crazy.
how do you write from nothing?
Yeah.
The
That's
beat
so crazy.
tells me what to say.
That's interesting. So is it a computer? Okay. All right. Trying to figure out where the echo coming from. Echo. So do you like use like real life situations to write that help you like inspiration for the music that you write, or is it just out of your imagination, or a little bit of both?
It's all personal situations.
I make the best music.
For now.
That is the best
For
music.
now.
That
For
is-
now. I will say for now.
That is the best music, and from the song I was telling you about somewhere else, you could feel that.
Wow.
You could feel that.
Wow.
Like when I heard that song, I was like, where was this when I went through my breakup? Because I needed to hear that. That was one of those songs like, I needed to hear that at that time. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad I heard it, period. But when I went through that, I wish I had that instead of So Sick by Neo and you know
Hold
what I'm
on
saying?
now.
You
Hold
Got
on.
It Bad. You know what I'm saying?
Hold on.
Those
Those
are
are-
classics. Those are not songs you really want to hear when you're heartbroken. You're in the bathroom crying.
You don't want to hear
You
Fat
got
Gucci
it.
either.
You got it bad. I'm telling you, you in that show tripping.
You don't want to hear Fat Gucci either.
Huh?
You don't want to hear Fat Gucci either.
I mean, well, Fat Gucci would like, you know, take you away from the whole situation. You know what I'm saying? You talking about, you know, fucking bitches and smoking blunts and stuff.
That's
you know what I'm saying?
That's
With
gonna
Fat
put you down
Gucci.
that dark road.
That's what Fat Gucci, and that's another thing too, cause you already mad from the heartbreak. You ready to fuck somebody else for no reason. Somebody cut you off while you listen to it. It's on and popping. I'm telling you. Hey, when I was going through that, like every like a little thing would like pisses me off. Like, man, I'm gonna fight. I'm like, okay, that person's not her. How about you calm down?
Yeah.
But no, like it's great to hear people that especially people that's not in the mainstream yet, Lord, make music for the soul, for a purpose, with meaning. You know what I'm saying? I don't like just hearing music just to hear music.
It makes it timeless too.
You know what I'm saying?
Like when music, when you listen to the words and it has substance and it has a message to it, it's timeless. You can play it forever, right? The music we grew up off of, that our grandparents grew up off of, we still play that music to this day
I'm telling you.
because
Yeah.
it has substance and we can relate to it in some kind of way.
Music that that was before we was even born, and then we hear it, we just connect to it.
Al Green.
You know what I'm saying? The Isley Brothers.
Mm.
At my job at the school, one of the shout out Miss Rhonda, one of the older ladies that do the cafeteria, she was playing Drifting on the Memory. And I was singing it because she was like, "What you know about this before you was born?" I was like, my dad was old school.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I love this song. Drifting on a memory. You know what I'm saying? It's something about it's something about a good old R&B song that hits your
It's
soul.
soulful music, man.
That hit your soul, and that song just did it for me. And she thought I was like playing with her. I'm like, Lauren, no, this is a bop. Like this song really good. It's really
Because
good.
I dropped it while we were at work.
I know.
Mm.
I know. And then I showed it to a couple people. I showed it to my sister, and my sister's like a shout out Alexis. My sister's
Hey,
yeah.
Alexis.
Shout out my sister. My sister's like really like picky when it comes to like music,
Mm-hmm.
food. You know what I'm saying? So once she liked it, I was like, oh yeah.
Oh, that's big.
That's one of
You
the
didn't tell me
ones.
she liked
I
it.
thought I did. I'm sorry if I didn't.
Wow.
There's a lot going on around there, but yeah, you know what I'm saying? Because just when she hear, when I tell somebody that we know that do music, she just like, okay, is it gonna be the same old, you know what I'm saying? Same old shit, same old generic, you know, stuff that they're talking about.
Yeah.
She's like, listen, she's like, okay, man. You know what I'm saying? So, what is the gratification that you feel once like you laid something in the studio? Like, what is that feeling? Like, do you know once you laid it and you hear it back, you like, this one of them ones? Like, how?
I don't feel that way about my music.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
My producer is really good at hearing certain things. So I look to him and his reaction
Mm-hmm.
for like that gratification, but I don't ever think it's gonna be something until I put it out, and then
Mm.
people like give me a really good reaction. But
That's a good way to lock in.
That's a great way to lock in, cause I don't do it. I don't do it a lot, but like when I was doing my skits and stuff, I would be like, "This the one right here. This one going to hit." You know what I'm saying? So when it doesn't, you're like, "Dang." You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like a drop. It's like a disappointment and all that.
Yeah.
And then now when I do my videos and stuff, I'm just gonna put it out there. Whatever happens, it happens. You know what I'm saying? And then whatever the critiques and whatever I could do different, I just strict from there. Cause you just keep putting yourself on a high. You know what I'm saying? This gonna hit. You gonna get disappointment each time. So I just wish for the best and just prepare for it not to go good. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But it just wish for the best, because it was just like, I'm not gonna keep going up and down in emotions if it don't hit.
Right.
Because some of the ones that you don't think is all that's the ones that hit.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? It was just a simple video I did that went like low-key viral, and I was like, oh, wow,
wow,
this did it?
well, yeah,
Like, it be the ones like that. So I think that's a better way to like go go about your craft.
Having no expectations.
Having no expectation, wishing for the best and expecting the worst. I used to feel like that going into Red Robin. Like, you go into Red Robin, I'm like, okay, I know some bull jive can happen. I know it. I feel it in my loins, but I'm just going to wish for the best, see what happens. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's the greatest way to go about it.
Go ahead, bro.
Okay, so since you started really doing music in Red Robin,
They said they would like to hear it.
That's my mother. Your birthday twin.
Happy birthday.
Y'all have the same birthday, which is cool. You know what I'm saying? I found that out last year, and I was like, wow. I was like, that's crazy. My mother and one of my favorite people had the same birthday. So,
Sorry, what were you saying?
when we was in Red Robin, you first started to craft your music. I know it was a lot of stuff going on in that place. Did you, from that place specifically, because I know around the same time, that's when I started pushing out my videos. Did the experiences from that place, like, did you push it towards your music? Because I definitely did that to my comedy. A lot of my comedy was a lot of stuff that I went, like, at that time, going through at Red Robin, and a lot of ideas that I had in my head came from Red Robin at the time. Was it ever like you was, had to go start humming verses and stuff like that?
Yes. I wrote this song "Scared to Love" by Darren D. Jack.
Shout out DJ.
Yes.
Shout out DJ. That's the
Shout out-
producer, right?
No, that's my best friend who got me into.
Oh, well, shout out to that brother too.
singing.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to both of y'all brothers.
Yes. 301 Music, D Jack. I wrote "Scared to Love" by Darren D. Jack at Red Robin.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
That's so crazy.
I was serving.
And you was just
Downtime we had.
downtime, and you.
It was in my phone. This is the first time I probably wrote in my phone because I don't do
crazy.
that. I have the journal.
Yeah.
And
So I'm thinking you just texted somebody. And you.
Yeah, they sent me the beat the day before, and Darren was like, "Can you get on this? Can you make the hook to it?"
Yeah.
I was like, "Okay, I gotta listen to it a few times, but give me some, some time." And I
Shout
got
out to you, brother.
It was probably downtime. The table was slow, something, and I wrote the hook like, "I'm scared to love, I cannot give up." That one, and then memories. Cause I'm
I like
like, I
that
gotta
song,
get
too.
out of here
Yeah.
and make some memories.
You
Like,
did.
I gotta get out of here. Like, I think the verse is like something like they working me to death or something like that. I didn't say to death, but I can't think of the words
They
right
was
now.
working
But
us to death in that moment.
working us, and it was like I was young. I was like 21 at the time. I needed to go make some memories,
Yeah.
have a good time.
Yeah.
So that's from Red Robin.
It's something about stressful situations that bring out the best inspiration for your craft.
Yes.
You think about that? You know what I'm saying? Just like throughout history, people that have been going through it and all that, they best inspiration coming from like toxic place.
Yeah.
Try to get out of it. Either it's your upbringing or the job you in or just life in general. You know what I'm saying? It's something about struggle.
That's why you
stress.
really can't not struggle, because
Mhm.
you gotta learn how to do something with it. Like, you can't just sit with it and let it affect you. You have to sit with it and create something else out of it. Or that's at least what it was for me. Like, I'm not gonna just sit in this situation and dwell in it. I gotta make something out of the bad situation. Like, that's just how I looked at it. Especially coming out of the pandemic at that time. Like, it was just time. It was like a rebirth.
Yeah.
For me, like, I was in school. I went to school for criminal justice.
Congratulations, you graduated.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank
See
you.
a boy bulldog.
Yes, go Bulldogs. But I went to school not knowing really what I wanted to do in my life. So I just did it to do it.
Yeah.
So I think the pandemic happening, it needed to happen. It needed to happen for me to have like that realization that, Lauren, music is something that you love. You've always loved it. Focus on that. Do that. And then having just the people in place. Like, God works really mysteriously.
Yeah.
Too, with that whole thing. And I was thinking about that last night, but everything happens for a reason. So that's really what I want to say.
Definitely for a reason.
Speaking of memories, I did find the visual video for it. So would you mind if someone would like to hear how you sing?
Oh, sure. Yeah, let's play it.
Oh, yeah.
It's a little teaser. Is that what you're looking for?
Actually, no. It's featuring CC Greg.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, pretty much it's the official audio, but has pictures. And
Okay.
stuff. But I believe a lot of people would like to hear how you sing.
Okay.
If y'all ain't see the fly, y'all about to hear my girl. You hear me?
Okay, yeah.
301 Music. Riding through the city on the weekend, tryna have some fun, so maybe later we can make some memories. I just wanna make sure that we have a good time. Life is short, can't be bored, we're in our prime. Make some good memories. Find me a party, we're going out. They say tryna overwork me, get me out the house. I'll say one thing, I'm tired of holding out. When it comes to living life and being in the now, how I always end up having fun with you. This feels familiar, this ain't nothing new. Say the word, I'll be free. Just want you and me, and we gon' be riding through the city on the weekend, tryna have some fun, so maybe later we can make some more memories. I just wanna make sure that we have a good time. Life is short, can't be bored, we're in our prime. Make some good memories.
Cruising through the city with the top down. She want a Birkin bag, we can cop now. Going through this cash, no need for me to stop now. Trying to do the dash, trying to swerve from the cops now. Don't worry about me, I'm a vibe out. When I get to the crib, cut the lights out. She love my chain swinging when I bring the ice out. She love how I'm styling on these nights out.
Top down, ride round, don't wait, live now. Make some more memories. Live now, don't wait, have fun, stay safe. And we gon' be, and we gon' be, and we gon' be riding through the city on the weekend, tryna have some fun, so maybe later we can make some more memories. I just wanna make sure that we have a good time. Life is short, can't be bored, we're in our prime. Make some good memories.
That's the most
Make
expensive
memories.
thing we spend and waste is time. I remember when I heard that, I said, "Ooh,
That's a word.
ooh." You think about it, it's so true.
Yeah.
You can't pay for time. I want to really shout out the boy Darren Jack. You on the live right now, brother? I want to shout you out because it's people like that. There's friends like that.
That's
like,
a
bro,
fact.
you should be doing this.
That's a fact.
I'm about to, you know what I'm saying? I have friends like that, you know what I'm saying? But like,
That's a
even
fact.
though we don't work together no more, man, still shout out, be the Brandon, man. Shout out the things that we did together. You bringing me to your house, to the studio to start working on it. You believe in me, and we made some good videos together. It's certain people that you need. This is why you need good friends. We talked about this.
We talked about this, yeah.
Numerous times. This is why you need great friends. You know what I'm saying? Because you like, I don't know. And then there's that one friend like, Girl, if you don't go in that if you don't go in that water, stop playing.
Yeah.
Go in that water, stop playing, and then you swimming like a mug. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's just great to have great people like that, man. Shout out to Beat Up. Shout out Darren Jack, man. Real talk.
Nah, friends like that, man, don't grow on trees.
Not at all.
You can't. You can't just go to a tree and just say, I want this type of friend, right? Like it's people like that you don't find too often, right? And those type of people that you have in your life, that you have as a part of your village, you got to hold on to them people, right? Because those are the same type of people that's going to hold you accountable when things don't go well. Yeah. Right? It's that transparency. Like, this is my brother right here, right? So good, bad, ugly. I go into a back alley with him any day, right?
You already know how I get now.
Cause I know he's gonna have my back and I'm gonna have his back, right? If I'm off base, he gonna let me know. If he's off base, I'm gonna let him know, right? Respectfully, but with love, right? Because at the end of the day, that's what it should be about. And you know, we've gotten away from that in full as a community, right? Just for varying different reasons. But before we move on, Lauren, I wanted to ask you, who was your music inspiration?
That was one of the things.
I do draw from everyone. I do want to say that. Like, everyone that's, like, high up there, if you will, like, everyone that's really going, pushing music right now. I draw inspiration from everybody. But my faves, Chris Brown, Beyonce,
Legends.
Janae Aiko.
Legends.
I was one of the joints in my mind.
Those are my top three. Right after that would be Summer Walker. But to go back a little further, I pulled from Anita Baker, Phyllis
Legend.
Hyman.
Ooh, Phyllis, girl. Hey, you was close with your grandma.
My dad.
Okay.
My dad,
Yo,
yes.
yo.
He loved her.
Woo-wee. She took it back, Phyllis Hyman, boy.
Took it back.
Gladys
My mama
Knight.
loved Phyllis
Me and
Hyman.
my grandma. Yes, we all like this.
Gladys Knight.
Gladys Knight.
Legend.
Hips.
Tina Turner. The Temptations. Remember that one
Legends.
post? Like, I love all that 70s music. It got me in a chokehold.
It's something about that 70 music.
Like,
you felt
whatever
the
they were
pain.
going through at that
Like,
time.
you felt the pain when they was going through it. Love and happiness.
Come on.
Make it do wrong. Make it do right.
Come on, Cordell.
And the grits were thrown right at him. So.
That was a time.
But yeah,
That was
all
a
the
time.
music just timeless. Cause how am I 24 in 2 weeks and these are some of my favorite songs?
Exactly.
Like,
Right.
That's
I'm
what
talking about 12 minutes, Pop of the Rolling Stone. That instrumental alone.
That was by my
sold me.
granddaddy.
You told me.
That was by my granddaddy. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like growing up hearing the song, you like, love you, granddad. Love you, granddad, but you know, real is real.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's like a segue into our topic. You know, being true to yourself, and especially in the music industry, where there's so many trends. You know what I'm saying? That if you just ride the trend, you can have a little microwave success. But microwave.
Oh my God, I'm
success,
sorry, I did not mention the Jacksons, Michael Jackson, Janet Jackson.
Oh yeah.
Just wanted to say that.
Legends.
That's automatic.
I had to.
That's all right.
Like,
That's
they're top of everybody.
That's like automatic. Like
Right.
Scream. Like the
Yes.
song Scream. Like
oh
Yes.
man, one of the best collaborations.
one of the
Oh my
best
God.
collaborations ever. The
Ever.
choreography. I did a
The
dance
video.
at the Performing Arts Program that I was to that song. So that will forever be in my
Cold.
heart. I'm telling you,
Cold.
man. I'm telling you, from the choreography, from the music video,
Cold.
to that's one of those things that I feel like with any craft you in that you just want to do, you want to have the the substance where it's something that you can really take the message off of, but it just also just really just crank.
Yeah.
It really just cranks. You know what I'm saying? Like it has the crazy message and it cranks so hard.
Yes, and that's almost every Jackson song, especially Michael Jackson. Like I feel like his music was powerful, it had a message, but it also was like tunes. Like you could turn up to this, you could throw this on at a party. Like
Absolutely.
Like you can throw on Black and White at a party. You know what I'm saying? You can really do that. And he talking about racist injustice and all that. You can do that and still crank them. No matter, ain't you back? You know what I'm saying?
Jam.
But man, Dirty Diana, were you messing at that thought at the club? Dirty Diana. Dirty Diana. Better watch yourself. Better watch yourself. Dirty Diana. When you can learn something from a bop, that's when it becomes like next level. Like, so just being true to who you are, no matter what the circumstances, no matter what people say, you know what I'm saying? That takes skill. It takes determination. Because the outside world, the outside noise can be a lot sometimes. It can be a whole lot, and it can deter you from being yourself. And you have to like go through it, you know what I'm saying, be steadfast, like, nah, I'm going to die on this hill being myself. Because once you start not being yourself, it's like, what are we doing? You look at yourself in the mirror like what are you doing? Like, when I first went down to college, I had an identity crisis. I didn't know what I wanted to be. You know what I'm saying? I was 17. First of all, if I ever have kids and they graduate early, you like 17, I'm not sending you. You going to a community college. I'm not sending you off at 17. I think I was too young down there by myself. You know what I'm saying? And I just let other people influence what I wanted to be. You know what I'm saying? And it was just like, oh, you should dress this way. Why you dress that way? Why you big as hell but you jolly? You know what I'm saying? What, you gay? You know what I'm saying? Why you do this? Why you do that? Where I'm from? You know what I'm saying? Then try to like mold myself into that instead of just being myself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Trying to do whatever to get the girls or to be popular. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I was just myself, I would have been okay. But I'm glad I learned it. I learned through that. Even though I didn't graduate from Tuskegee, that was one of the most important years of my life. To learn that, no matter, you know, what it looks like, what it feels like, acting like what people say you're supposed to act like. Like Chris Brown said, that grass ain't green on the other side. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So, with you and, you know, being in this music thing, how do you try to stay true to yourself no matter all the outside noise and the trending, what's trending here and what's trending there? Like, what makes you focus on you and be you 100% of the time?
I would say that self-love is the best love. You need to know yourself. You need to like yourself. You need to love yourself. I think the most important thing in life after finding God is to find yourself. Like, find God first, then come back and find yourself. Well, you're inevitably gonna do both. Once you find one, you're gonna find the other. And I think just staying rooted and grounded helps me do that as well. Staying close to people who, like we mentioned earlier, pour into you.
the same for him, personality-wise and music-wise?
Yes. Also, connecting with your child-like self. Like, the things that you like to do as a child, they're going to come back to you again if you're not already doing them when you're an adult. So, for me, it was singing. It was all the performing arts. I stopped doing it to focus, on school, which was most important at the time by my parents' standards. And then it came back and it hit me again. Like, it's gonna call you until you answer. Like, the things you did, like, just take a look back at your pictures when you were little. What were you doing then? What made you most happy when you were younger?
My imagination.
Yes, you gotta pull back to that, and that's really what you're supposed to be doing.
Girl, you coming on here dropping gems. That's I never thought of. Wow,
Vito,
yo,
couldn't
that's
you couldn't put that any better, because life comes full circle in many different ways. And yeah, I mean it's
wow.
you couldn't put that any better. I'm kind of stuck because
You think about it, that's so true.
it is, because number one,
Put that on a T-shirt.
just because my mind goes to, just think about how innocent, and we've talked about this before. Just think about how innocent we were when we were kids, right? We were into everything. We wanted to learn everything. We enjoyed being a kid, right? We enjoyed the process of
Not being
Freedom.
jaded.
Freedom.
Ignorance was bliss.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Ignorance
right, yeah.
It was so bliss back then, yo. And like the older you get, the more jaded you become because you know more about the world. And it's kind of hard to get that bliss back again.
But it's not hard. You don't have to be jaded all the time. You don't have to be.
You don't have to be.
This is why. And Lauren, you made a good point about find yourself, right? You have to be okay with knowing that you're not going to be for everybody.
I'm gonna continue on that. Go ahead, bro.
You know what I'm saying? Because, and Scoop, this is part of what you're saying in terms of, being jaded. Because I think sometimes in our lives we spend so much time trying to please others that we do lose ourselves, right? It's happened to me. I'm just coming out of a season, right? But what is going to help you get back on track is finding God, developing a relationship with Him.
Whatever your higher power is,
right?
No disrespect to nobody,
right? Of course. Surround yourself around love, and use that as a way to steer you back on track, because there's going to be so many people that come along your journey, our journey, Brian's journey, that is going to try to kick you off that mountain, right? Because they don't like what you have going on, because they want to be doing what you're doing, but they can't do it because they don't have the mindset. So if they don't have the mindset, the easiest thing to do is, all right, let me plant these little grenades in what you have going on and watch them blow up.
Yeah, and to add to that, like, there's things that come with what you ask for that a lot of people don't realize they would not be able to handle. There's a lot of things that come with it. It's not one-sided. It's not, I ask and pray for these things, so He's going to give it to me. No, you have to go through shaking, beating, a lot of
You got to
phases.
be able to receive it.
A lot of phases to get to what you're asking for.
Like, bro, like when you said that, like everybody, not gonna accept you and all that. Slam that
Yeah.
head here. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody know me. I'm a plump fool. I'm a plump fool, and that could be a lot for people in all areas in life. And I had to realize that as a youngin', I feel like knowing when to turn the foolishness on and off. I had a real problem with that. Going into Red Robin, managing and all that taught me how to do so. But sometimes, no matter what you show a person,
Doesn't matter.
what you do, what you continually do, you know what I'm saying? They will only see you as that personality. And I struggle through that. Struggle through that professionally. Struggle through that personally, with my family, with my friends, with just networking, period, with females.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'll be like, damn. Then you try to tone yourself down, and then you're doing yourself a disservice because you're not being what? True to yourself. And it's hard, bro, because it's like, bro, like, I understand, like, I'm this big personality and all that, but I got some substance to me. Like, how y'all don't see that, and all you just see is that person. Like, it bothers me. Like, the real funny people don't get taken serious, even though they gave you so many evidence that they can be taken serious.
You know what I've learned in my short 32 years on this earth is that, and Lauren, you touched on this. When people don't know who they are, but yet you do, you know who you are, they're going to find ways to poke holes in what you are. Right? If they're insecure about what they have going on in their life and on their spirit, they're going to try to poke holes in what you are because they want to be in that mental and emotional state where they're secure within themselves, right? They don't have any regrets or anything of the sort dealing with their life because they were able to properly go through those trials and tribulations accordingly. But when someone wants to be you and want to do the same exact things the way in which you do it, and they feel as though, oh, well, Scoop got this at this time, I wasn't able to accomplish this at this time, so I'm going to try to sabotage them, right? And people have to understand that we all have different stories. We all have a job to do on this earth, in this natural life, right? It is our job to find what our purpose is in our individual lives, right? And we spend so much time trying to critique what someone else has going on in their life that we are not concerned with what we have going on in our life.
Facts.
Right? And we spend so much time trying to judge each other on what we have going on, what we don't have going on. Life is short, right? We're here to do a job, and it's our responsibility to figure out what that job is while we're here, right? But I think people just, when they're insecure within themselves and they're unsure of themselves, they want to find ways to make themselves feel good because they're lacking in something. So,
Great point. It's a struggle. Struggle for me. I mean, I'm always gonna be me, no matter where I go.
that's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? No matter where I go.
Yeah.
No matter.
Yeah.
But it's just it can be discouraging sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Especially professionally. Because
Get into that.
because I feel like feel like the more you like when it comes to promotions, like a lot of companies and organizations, they don't want big personalities. They don't want big personalities.
Get into
Because when
it.
it comes to big personalities, it's like I'm gonna tell you how I feel. But respectfully though, I'm gonna tell you how you feel. And a lot of people in management, upper management, they don't like that. You know, and you just trying to be. I'm trying to make sure this place is good, but I gotta tell you how it is. Like to go back to Red Robin, when I used to tell them, I'm like, look, y'all giving the Spanish people way too much leeway, and that's some of the issues that we have throughout the whole restaurant. You know what I'm saying? And instead of taking heed to that and trying to fix it, oh, you're being disrespectful. We just as hard as them and that. No, you're not. No, you're not. No, you're not. Did I lie? No, you're not.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And be able to have the confidence to do so. And they look at you like, okay, you're going to be a problem. Instead of listening to what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then once we have some downtime, not crack a joke or something,
Yeah.
then you take that to say, oh, you don't know how to take things serious. What? So it's just little things. It's little things like that, or to go into the dating world. Man, the realization of, you know, a lot of women be like, I want a funny man. I realize sometimes within that, you could be too funny. You know, I'm not to be like I'm so funny, but like it's just my experiences where it's like you're that, nothing more. You're the funny guy. You know what I'm saying? It's like you're not trying to dig deeper. Like I'm more than a funny dude. And I said it before in the past. I used to hate when people used to say, come here and make me laugh.
Yeah.
Come here and make me laugh.
Yeah.
That's all you want from me. You know what I'm saying? Like, just that quality. You know? And I'm like, I'm more than that.
Yeah.
I'm more than that. I can be serious. I can be heartfelt. You know what I'm saying? I can tap into other emotions in other areas, you know, of myself. But all you see is Cordell the fool, Scoop the fool.
I mean, so those are the type of people that you stay away from.
Yeah.
Right? Because all they want to do is extract from you.
Ozzy.
You know what I'm saying? They don't want to, and I use this analogy all the time, they don't want to pour into your cup. They just want to
Fill theirs.
Exactly. They just want to fill theirs and take you for what you got. Right? And I've never been like this because I've always kind of just done my own thing in terms of I skip to the beat of my own drum. I really don't care what anybody think about what I got going on. I've always been like that because even in school, he could tell you, I'm the type where I swim upstream while everyone's swimming downstream because I've always had a mind of my own, right? I like to do things on my own terms, right? And I think when we become okay with focusing on doing things the way we want to do it and have faith and belief that even if it doesn't work out, okay, it'll work out next time, right? Because there's too many people in our ears constantly saying this and that. Oh, you should be doing this. You should be doing that. Okay. I hear you, but that's not where I'm going, right? And we spend a lot of time trying to please everyone but ourselves. Everyone but ourselves. Everyone. Because I don't know, man. Like COVID changed a lot of things in terms of how we socially interact with each other and just view each other. But we live in a society now where we really care so much about what people think of us. Why that is, I don't know.
Social media.
Yeah.
I mean, not really. I mean, I'm not going to say, okay.
If
well,
we didn't have this
solely,
much projection, we wouldn't be worried about who's doing what, who's
but it was
saying
like that
what.
before, though.
Was it?
Yes. Yes.
Was it this amplified? No.
So amplified, maybe not, but yes. 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 It just wasn't documented that it is. It's not to the masses how it is now.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of the things that how the world were, you know what I'm saying, especially how people think, do things for, you know what I'm saying, the people that like them. It's just, we see it on full display now. Which back then we didn't really have that. Man, the things that we would have probably seen if we had social media back then.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I did a lot of that growing up. You know, doing things so people can like me and stuff like that. I mean, that's growing up. You know, you learn, you live and you learn. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I feel like social media made it worse. Definitely made it worse. But yeah, this always been the thing. It's always been the thing. But it's just hard. It's hard when you trying to make it somewhere and they make it seem like, some people make it seem like where the type of person you are, you're not going to make it. You're like, well, damn. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's wrong with me? You know what I'm saying? You know, what's wrong with what I got going on? You know what I'm saying? That would deter somebody so I won't be in, to make it in a certain level. It's just...
I just think you should shut all that noise out and just keep doing you. Keep doing what you have to do to get to where you want to go. Like, that's how I approach my music. Like, I'm not even reading to see what the next person's going to say about me. They don't see me as much as we used to anymore. So it's like, why am I paying attention to negativity? Don't.
We want to be
just
liked.
put on, like, what is it?
Blinders.
Tunnel vision.
Tunnel
Yeah.
vision, yeah.
Tunnel vision.
And just do it. Just go.
You just
You don't have time to sit and think about what the next person is saying or doing.
Yeah. I think
we want to be accepted.
Yeah, I just think it's not easy.
It's not.
Accepting somebody disliking you. It's not easy. Nobody really wants to be disliked. Like,
I'm about to say,
like, no,
you
I'm
don't
talking
even
about
have to
from the
accept
average,
it.
the average
that
person.
doesn't have nothing to do with you.
I mean,
Exactly.
yes,
How
you're
they feel
right,
is
but
not
from the
your
average,
problem.
from the average person, it's hard for them to like accept that somebody don't like them. And for me, being a people pleaser, everywhere I go, that I'm making the mood jump, I'm making the mood high. It took me a while to be like, that's okay that you don't like me. It's like I'm such a people pleaser. I'm like, nah, we good. Like, nah. And
Do you
that
know
person
why
like,
you're a people pleaser?
yeah. I feel like that's the gift God gave me. I feel like that.
Same, yeah.
I feel like that. I never wanted to see anybody down. I never wanted to see that. Growing up, I always had that in my mind that I never wanted to see nobody down, and it's always been, hey, what else here? Scoop here. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
But you can uplift people without people pleasing. Does that make sense? Like, it's two different things, I feel like.
yeah,
You're saying you were given the gift, but
Elaborate
the gift
on that
might
line.
be...
That's a good point. Yeah.
A gift might be
uplifted, yeah.
one thing, and people pleasing is totally different.
Totally. And I realized that because you can't please everybody, and you don't need to please everybody. You know what I'm saying? And that comes from that came from trial and error. It came from trial and error. I tried to do it tastefully. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because
Just real quick, something as basic as when we grew up, we went to school, we used to trade snacks with each other at the lunch table.
that's a fact.
Now, everyone didn't do this though, right? You would ask, "Hey, you want to trade snacks?" Right? Now, I would always trade snacks with everybody, right? Because I'm a giver, right? But everyone isn't like that. Right, so when we come to a place where we stop expecting people to be what we are, we'll find a lot of peace in knowing that, okay, I'm not their cup of tea. I'm okay with that.
And you don't always need to know why.
That's a fact.
Me being a Capricorn, I
That's
always
a
need
fact.
to know.
That's a
why.
fact. Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
why you don't vote? Why did you ghost me? Why am I too much for you?
Why you leave me
Why?
on red?
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Why? Sometimes just some things just need to be let be.
But what I will,
You know what I'm saying? Some things that just need to just okay. Move on.
What I will
Yeah.
say about that, and I'm gonna throw gender in this because like as guys, we're problem solvers naturally. We want to fix stuff like all the time. We want to fix stuff all the time, and so when something is wrong and we're in this peaceful state, we're thinking to ourselves, all right, how do I fix this? Right? It might not even be our problem in terms of what they have going on. That's their issue. But naturally, speaking on us specifically, with us being givers, we want to fix stuff.
Facts.
We want people to be in a good mood.
Facts.
So, and that's part of the gift and the curse of being a giver is we find ourselves overextending when
Trying to
it's
fix
not our
everything.
fight. It's not our fight.
Man,
Yeah.
that's one thing I wish I could tell my younger self.
Mm.
Bro, you don't need to fix everything, bro.
It's
don't need to-
still tough.
You don't need to fix everything.
Yeah.
You do not need to fix everything. Like, bro, it's okay. It's okay just leaving it to being okay. You know what I'm saying? Just, all right, that's how it is. That's how you
Yeah.
feel. Okay, bro, the amount of hours that I wasted trying to talk to some girl about why she did what she did or what was the reason. You know what I'm saying? The only instance that I felt like that was good for me to hear
Yeah.
was when I had that talk after the fact with my ex. Because the only reason why I felt like that was because you have to find a balance. Because sometimes you need the why, but you need to figure out when to need the why and when to just leave that shit alone.
Time and place for everything. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
At that moment, it was because at that moment, that was the greatest, biggest heartbreak I ever had. And I wanted to, and in my mind, I was just like, yo, was it me? Was it me? Was it me?
Right.
Was it me? And to had a conversation, you know what I'm saying? Even though, little shout out to her for doing that. And I was just like, it wasn't you. It wasn't you. You did everything you were supposed to do. You just did it to the wrong person. Wasn't able to receive it at the time. You know? And sometimes Sometimes you can do the right thing. Sometimes you can do the right thing, do thing in
that's powerful.
you know, in places, but just doing it to the wrong person or being in the wrong place. And sometimes you got to realize that. Sometimes it's your environment.
It could just be bad timing.
Yeah. And that's
because we, you know, there's so many different. We have so many different variant energies that we carry throughout our life, right? And it's not all positive, right? So sometimes when you meet somebody and they're in a season, it may just be bad timing. Or it may just be that's just how they are. Right? They may just be a piece of shit. Right?
That's a fact.
They may just be that.
That's a fact.
It's just they didn't come to the realization that that's what they are.
Yeah.
But I mean, it just sometimes it's timing, bro. Sometimes it is timing, right? Because have I made the best decisions? Have I done everything right? Of course not.
Or when you are the piece of shit,
right? Of course, right.
Ooh,
right, yeah.
When you're the piece of shit, that's hard to look yourself in the mirror. You're like,
and I'm the hardest on myself.
I'm tripping.
Right, exactly.
I'm tripping.
Right.
Like, at my, I don't know if you went through this or have you went through this at a job or whatever, but like, I was, you know, helping my family out, still do, you know what I'm saying? I couldn't just quit Red Robin. So I had to put up with like losing my sanity in that joint. And I heard in a video where if you don't properly heal yourself, you will bleed on people that you're not supposed to bleed on. And when I heard that, I was like, that's exactly what I did. Because I sucked it up at that job. And then when I got home, and when you get home, it's an exhale, right? It's like and as soon as one little thing happened, man, God dang it, my bad. My bad, but like, God dang it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, so like, I always told myself, if I ever feel like that again, I'm quitting. I don't care. I would DoorDash.
Yeah.
All throughout the night.
I think everyone had that realization at some point, and that's why we had to leave.
Yeah.
Like, woo.
But see that is why.
Yes, sir. But that's part of your character development, man.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You need moments like that, man. That's a lot of things that we talked about this in the past, and I don't want you to feel the type of way.
True to yourself.
But the power of an L. And we talked about how a lot of women don't know how to take L's properly. And with us, we have to take L's all the time. You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
And to really, because when you...
We're going to explain, Lauren.
Yeah, please.
We're going to explain.
Breakdown.
Yeah, we're going to explain.
When you take it, when you take an L, you learn from it as well. So because sometimes it's like, how can I put this? Lessons are learned through L's. L's are not easy to take. And y'all are more emotional than us naturally. And I'm just not going to take an L. I'm not going to take it. I'm not going to accept it. You know what I'm saying?
Keep it simple.
With us, especially being a black man, I mean, we take rejection all times, and just being men going after y'all, we have to learn how to take L's all the time. That's why black females do not go smack. Because they just don't know how to take an L.
Right. I mean, just.
So you're saying this in relationship?
In period, just period. In life,
so
period.
what I would say is what what I would say is naturally we are the seekers. We are the hunters, right? So if we're putting ourselves out there, right, all the time in terms of, I'm just gonna keep it real simple, just in real basic, just in terms of when we approach a woman that we're interested in, right? There's a good chance either she's going to reject us or she's going to be, all right, cool. She's going to accept it, right? And the thing is, when you're used to like our sisters, right? Women. When you're used to getting your way all the time, when you finally come across a guy that's like, yeah, no, right? Or when you're rejected, right? When you're used to getting your way all the time and you finally come across someone that's like, yeah, nah, I'm good, right? That hits different because you're used to something going one way all the time, and then when it switches up, it's like, all right, hold up, what's going on, right? But for us, we have that. I'm not gonna say it's muscle memory, but it's ingrained in us because either we're gonna get rejected or we're not gonna get rejected, right? But that's not, in a lot of ways, that's not going to break us in terms of, all right, well, I ain't gonna try to approach another woman no more, right? We're gonna keep trying. We're gonna keep trying. We're gonna keep trying. And it's not to say that women don't have that resilience. They do, but it's a little bit different.
So all I'm hearing is relationships.
Okay, so
You said in all aspects.
Yeah, in all aspects. So,
I wouldn't say all aspects.
I've seen.
You wouldn't
I've
say
seen,
all aspects.
No,
Okay.
I say in all aspects.
Okay, no, get into it. Yeah.
And like in jobs, and we have definitely seen this. What's up, Davey? What's your name? We had definitely seen this in Red Robin, where that I would see somebody would just quit just by being reprimanded. You know what I'm saying? And they can't even handle that and just will quit because they don't want to go through that. But sometimes to be better at your job, you have to be reprimanded. You know what I'm saying? Okay. And just that emotion alone, you can see that they haven't took, that's not even necessarily an L. You know what I'm saying? And would just go so quick to just quit. You know what I'm saying? And I seen people in relationships with their girlfriends for years just because they do not want to hold that they was wrong in a situation. And would just dump a relationship for years. And I'm like, yo, why?
I think that specifically, Brian, I know you want to say something, but I think that specifically the job example is individualized by a person.
Especially on a professional corporate level, Black women are last. We take L's all the time.
Still do. And what's crazy, see, and that's
last
what,
picked, last acknowledged, most disrespected. Like,
right. And that is, and the crazy part about that, on the other side of that, like, Black women are becoming CEOs more now than ever before. Thanks. On the other side of that coin, with all that going against them, right? So in terms of the corporate professional dynamic, I do think the resilience is there, right? It's always been there.
If I wasn't giving that impression of, I wasn't saying that. I'm just saying,
right. But now, when it comes to relationships, what I would say is it's not really there because, first and foremost, it's not their job to even approach us.
I was gonna say that.
It's our job.
That's not our job.
Right.
I'm not saying it is.
So how can we take L's when it's not our job to?
As far as relationship wise, with men, or I mean, so how to take a L? That's what you're saying?
Like how's the proper deal with it?
How do we take L's when
I was not expecting that.
when the I guess protocol, if you will, is for the man to chase.
What's the protocol? I'm trying to understand what you're trying to ask.
It's getting deep now.
As far as the chase, like, so when we approach you, right?
Yeah.
And like when we approaching you, when we having a conversation,
Yeah.
and then you will say something, and then I just be like, okay, I'm okay. That's what you mean, and that's what you mean by as far as the L, or
Yeah.
so where
When I mean, maybe y'all have dealt with women like that, but I'm saying there's some women who don't.
Of course, I'm not saying
So,
all women.
deal
You
with
know what I'm
that.
saying? I'm not all women, but it's you know what I'm saying? It's been the conversations that I had where not even necessarily y'all coming to us.
Okay.
You will come to the woman, you know what I'm saying, and you have a conversation, having a joke conversation, trying to get to know her at that moment or whatever. She would say something or do something that would turn you off, and then you would say, you okay. You know what I'm saying? I'm okay with that. How many times that you either seen or been through, it's not just okay, well, you have a nice day. That's not normal.
Really?
No.
What?
It's more to that. You're going to get, well, fuck you then, and da-da-da, and la-la-la-la-la. I'm like, well, damn.
Well, it's still normal. It's just it doesn't happen as much as it should, right? Because people are not emotionally mature. We've talked about emotional intelligence on this show a couple of different times.
Facts.
And there are a lot of people who are emotionally unintelligent
On both sides.
on both sides of the aisle, between us both, right? Because we're so reactive to everything, right? Instead of taking a moment, thinking about how you should respond to something, instead of just firing off the first thing you feel, right? And there's a lot of people out there who they're just angry all the time, right? They're just mad with the world, right? It goes back to what I was saying earlier in terms of them being insecure with themselves, unhappy with themselves, right? That carries over into situations like that, Scoop, where you'll get a reaction like that because something is off with them.
Yeah, and then on the other side of the coin, most of us lack empathy with the person. Like, it's some dudes that don't matter, and we talked about this in the past. We thought that's why you're blocked and all that. It's some dudes that don't care about the situation, the context of it. I'm going to approach her no matter what, no matter if it's dark, we're the only people in the parking lot, or she's on her phone, or you know what I'm saying? The context lacks with us sometimes. And like, bro, read the room. You know what I'm saying? It's not appropriate.
Yeah.
Especially on when and how. And I see niggas go through that all the time. And I'm like, bro, you just rolled up on that woman. You just rolled up on her. Hey, how you doing? Dude.
Well, at least he said, hey, how you doing?
Still, you don't. Come on now, you're not rolling up on a woman
least
like
he
that,
said
especially how they getting attacked and all that. Like when that's why your block was on. That was such an important show because they were just like, bro. He said, if we reject the wrong dude the wrong way, we can die.
That's a fact.
Shit.
That's a fact. And we
Shit.
we as men, we don't have that fear.
No. And that put things on a whole nother perspective. You like, you absolutely right. And then like when we had talked about being on dates and like
Yeah.
everything seemed like it was cool on the date. And then after the date, ghosts. And then she put it in perspective, was like, well, who controlled all the variables? Did you pick her up? Because getting left on the side of the road is a real fear. You're like,
Yeah, that's a fact.
you're like, damn, I never thought about that.
Right. Yeah, that's a fact.
Cause I wouldn't do that to nobody unless she like put my life in danger. I'm like, Heifer, you gotta get out now. You know what I'm saying? But
as a man, we don't have that fear. We don't think about that because like we're not them. We're not women.
well, man, I beat your ass. You know what I'm saying?
Well, but right, but
We're less vulnerable.
Right.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, like typically, like those extra safety precautions that they have to take and think about. We don't have to worry about that, bro. We don't have to worry about that.
What you think about that, Lauren?
Yeah, it's scary. It's scary dating. I think social media is a scary place to start dating.
Stay off them apps.
Because you never know what you're going to get. But black women take L's. To round it back to that.
I didn't say I didn't. I didn't say I didn't. I feel like y'all. I say y'all. How about that was the wrong word? Embrace the L, like men do.
It would never be the same. Yeah, it would never be the same. I would say just from a community standpoint, we're taking L's every day. But in terms of how we deal with each other, we're taking L's, right? Collectively together.
May I ask?
Yeah, go ahead, Brian. I forgot you was trying to chime in.
No, because
Yeah.
I wanted Miss Lauren to point out, because I understand her statement that she just recently said, because I feel like a lot of black women really taking more L's than a lot of people don't see. So, and in both aspects of in relationship and in the workforce. What I'm kind of mainly seeing, and mostly you can say in the more social media aspect, is a lot of men are not accepting a lot of L's. Case in point,
I agree with you.
two most recent, Stephen A. Smith and Sean Combs.
Oh my goodness.
Those two should have accepted L's, and they didn't. What they did, they usually hide away somewhere and try to get their base, their audience, and explain their case of why they didn't respond, or they try to give out some weird, I don't know what you want to interpret it, but just to the point where it's like, hey, I'm the victim BS. And that's why I feel like a lot of men are not, those are not L's acceptance. Those are just a bunch of guys who know full well that you lost.
Yeah.
And just sort of accepted it. But I just think that, but in that aspect, it is like more, I felt like, when they do that verbal return of what that law should have been, to me, it makes them look more stupid than ever. When it comes to physical losses, meaning the fact is like I've seen recent videos of guys, I ask the girl out, the girl says no, and the guy just go batshit crazy and beats her for no reason. Makes no sense.
Kills her.
Yes.
Yeah.
And mind you can say it's immature. I really think it's also a sense of fact it's like,
It's a pride thing.
yeah, of that. And also the fact is like they're socially awkward. I really, they never really had the opportunity to actually have proper conversations with people, let alone a woman. So that's why when Lauren came here and introduced, I put my hand out. I shook her hand. because I respect the fact of who she is. Because mind you, we're just meeting. The simple embracing of a hug to me, it is like I'm invading your space. Now a lot of people would say it's like, oh, you're being soft. You know, it's like you got to go in hard and all that stuff and be aggressive. And it's like no, because I'm respecting her space. I'm respecting her peace because you don't know me from Adam. So I'm not, I'm being Donald Trumpish or anything like that. Because again, it's like how you build a rapport when you already broken that barrier of trust by fully going on hard.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
And
I mean,
that's not what happened with you.
Well,
No.
Yeah.
Because you guys probably knew each other for hell time. So
Well, I mean, and I'm trying to figure out where to start from that, bro.
Yeah, that was really good. Thank you.
that's why I'm the old head.
Yeah, I mean, being able to accept that everything is not going to go the way that you want it to. Just because you want a certain outcome, it does not mean that you should get that outcome right then and there.
That's a fact. And I wasn't saying that all men know how to take L's, because obviously that's not the case.
No, I mean, listen.
Obviously.
And as much as I pick on our sisters, we're both terrible across the board right now, right? Because, like I always say, we set the standard in terms of like us, right? So if we are emotionally immature, and if we're not conducting ourselves in a manner in which is man-like, for example, approach a woman, you try to talk to her, she rejects you, all right, God bless you, have a good day. That's going to be on her mind, like, oh, I didn't expect that kind of reaction because I'm so used to all this.
Fuck you, shawty. You know what I'm saying? You ugly anyway.
Exactly.
What you talking about?
And really, what might happen?
It's reverse psychology.
What might happen? She may come back and be like, "Well, hold on, wait a second. Hold on, wait a second.
Right.
You know, because you conducted yourself in a manner in which was mature. Right? You didn't overreact and disrespect her, right? Because the worst possible thing that we can do as men is disrespect our sisters, because they are already getting disrespected every day in every which way, right? And if we are supposed to be their allies, which we are naturally, and then we come and we pile on top of what society is already doing, well, how can we expect them to trust us if we're piling on what the world is already doing?
And it's not a contest. I'm just tired of contests when it comes to us, specific in our race, because I feel like they're the most disrespected. We're right behind them. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like it's too much. It's too much of a contest instead of understanding.
So elaborate on that.
How about you? How about we try to understand where y'all coming from, and y'all try to understand where we come from. Instead of what I be like, well, we go through this, and y'all, you know what I'm saying, and we go through that, and y'all be doing this, instead of like, okay, why do you feel like you go through that? What do we do that make you feel like that, and vice versa? Instead of trying to one-up each other on the issues that we have,
worse?
who has it worse?
Whose struggle is worse?
A struggle war.
We in the same
Nigga,
pot.
we still struggling. So what the fuck? Can we try to not struggle?
We in the same barrel.
Can we not struggle? How about that? Well, why we have a struggle contest? Let's understand our struggle so we don't struggle no more. You know what I'm saying? I don't think we do a lot of that. I'm thinking we're trying to get at a better place. We getting at a better place, but they try to figure out why is that? You know what I'm saying? Try to figure out.
You know why we don't? Because
Stigma.
we don't understand each other.
Yeah.
We don't understand each other. That's why these conversations don't happen.
That's why we got to try to understand.
Because we're focused on, again, extracting, taking, and we're not intellectually trying to pour into each other in a manner in which we can like meet in the middle and have a safe space to have these conversations where they understand us as men and we understand them as women, right? Because even though we're in the same community, the way in which we see things and interpret things is completely different. And I think society has created this dynamic to where when a black man and a black woman don't agree on something, well, then everything's just gonna fall apart. That's normal.
And just because it's a
You're
disagreement,
not gonna agree on everything.
and just because it's a disagreement, don't mean it has to be an argument.
Yeah.
We can agree to disagree.
Yeah, find common ground.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We don't have to have an argument. We can try to like figure it out. And I just hope that we had a place someday where it's mostly like that, where it's just understanding. Just we need understanding where we're coming from, so we can get at a better spot, a better place, because we love y'all. We
To
love
death.
y'all. We love y'all, and I feel like y'all love us. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like just the world, the world try to sway us from not loving each other, and we need to block out all that noise. Let's talk. Let's sit down. Let's sit down and have a talk. You said I made
Exactly.
you. I made you. I belittle you. How did I belittle you?
Right.
What did I do to make you feel that way? I didn't mean to do that, Lauren. How did I make you feel that way?
Right.
How did,
No, that's real. Yeah.
yo, what's up, James?
No, that's real. Yeah,
You know
that's
what I'm
real.
saying?
Yeah.
How did I make you feel that way? And then with you, you know what I'm saying? Cordell.
Don't do the voice. Don't. No.
How did I ignore your emotions? What did I do? How did I make you feel that way? What can I do to make it better? Instead of you belittle me. Oh well, you ignore my emotions. Da 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 da. No, that's no understanding on how we can how we can make that better. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, because first of all, you're not even concerned with what the issue is at that point.
You know what I'm saying?
You're concerned with like, why are you talking to me like this? Why are you talking to me crazy? Why are you cussing me out? Why are you yelling at me? Right? So whatever we was trying to talk about, that don't even matter now because now you're being disrespectful.
I think it starts with like just being more open.
Right.
And being more vulnerable on both sides, really.
Right.
I'm not even going to put a gender on that.
Yeah, no, I agree.
It's just what's a lot going on is we are testing each other femininity and masculinity.
Oh, my goodness. Yes.
So much.
What do you mean?
Like, bro, I heard that it's feminine for a man to drink a Slurpee. I said, what?
We can't do nothing.
I said, what?
We can't do nothing, bro.
I said, what?
We can't. You see what I'm saying?
What?
Bro?
You can't sleep on your stomach? I'm like, yo, if you send me a reel on Instagram, like, we just can't be
Thank
people.
you.
We can't do nothing.
You know what I'm saying? Women too hard, they too rough. And I'm like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, dog, like, bro, like, okay, we want to soft women, but it's sometimes where you have to understand, go back to understanding what made you that way. What was your upbringing? What happened? You have your dad in your life? Did you have your mom in your life?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
What makes you go through that?
Exactly.
Why, hey, bro, why are you so sensitive? What did you go through?
Yeah.
What happened? Instead of just be like, oh, you're not a man because you're sensitive, or you're not a woman because you're hard. You know what I'm saying? Let's try to understand what the hell is going on, because at the end of the day, you're still a female. I'm still a man.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Woman.
What I say?
We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it. So
What I say?
You said female.
along
Oh,
with that,
okay.
along
My
with
bad.
that though,
I get that.
You
I
got-
get that. I
that's
get that.
another conversation.
That's a whole nother conversation.
That's
That's a whole
we
nother
not gonna get
conversation.
into. Yeah, we not gonna get into that. Yeah.
But a little bit.
But with that,
Yeah.
with that, what you just said, it's understanding what they went through. Then you gotta dissect what their parents went through, and it just keeps going back,
Exactly.
and it takes you back to
What up, Dre? What up,
everything.
E?
Takes you back to slavery, unfortunately.
Right.
But unfortunately, but it's trauma packed in those series of events that just kept happening to our race, and so it comes down to how you were raised. What made you believe that? Why do you believe that? You know, yeah. So.
That's a fact. And what's the name? I'm glad you, because I didn't realize I was doing that. But, okay, so
We're gonna
that,
get into
the female thing, right?
Uh-huh.
So when I heard that, like, you shouldn't just refer to a woman as a female all the time, I'm like, they are females. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Consciously.
Okay.
We are female.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
So-
see
But-
that. Yeah, I'm not. I've never been a fan of that.
Yeah.
Of those generations. You know, after
We're just
me.
like, hey, female. You know
yeah,
what I'm
I
saying? Female.
never liked it.
Never.
Female
I'm saying, so
is,
it's disrespectful.
Female is a
Never liked
species.
it.
Yeah.
Yes, so you're basically defining them by their reproductive organ. You know what I'm saying? So when I heard that, I was like, because anything could be a female.
Yes, there's female
Female
dogs,
dogs,
female frogs,
plants.
female all
You know what I'm
types
saying?
of things.
So
Exactly.
so I understand that. Thank you for calling out. I didn't realize I was doing that, but that's, you know what I'm saying? I understand.
Well, pretty much there's a lot of old heads who say that too,
Yeah.
which makes no sense either. But I think it's just highly disrespectful.
It makes me cringe when I hear
Yeah.
it.
You,
Yeah, it makes me cringe. When I hear it.
us. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
Because once you start repeating it, it's like, okay, what are you trying to really say? Like
and a lot of
Consciously
people,
is saying,
yeah, they don't know,
Yeah.
but it's just like we gotta teach each other these
Consciously
things so that we
said
know.
something that crazy.
moving
He said
forward.
that when people use the word female a lot, you just using that because you don't want to say bitch. I was like,
It's
think
close
about
to
it.
it.
Think about it. Think about the men that you hear
Real
that
close to
that
it.
says female a lot. I'm not saying you can't use the word, but to refer to them like that a lot, like constantly, I'd be like,
Yeah.
because usually, like, you know what I'm saying, when somebody doing something crazy, hey, that's a female, like, chill out. You know what I'm saying? But, like, when you just constantly referring to them, you know what I'm saying? Even back in the day, like, not even saying your name. Woman,
I can't even remember. Yeah, right, exactly.
woman,
Exactly.
you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
That's crazy.
I can't even remember the last time I even said female. Honestly. Because I always say ladies, sister, or, of course, if I know their name, then...
Black Nubian queen.
Yeah. But I just... Because to me, it's always been a form of disrespect. To me. Right? Just addressing them by that. Right? Because it's... I don't know. It's just, to me, it's always been disrespectful to me. So I can only imagine how they feel about it.
It's like you're downplaying the person. You know what I'm saying? You're strictly
It's almost like you're stripping their
them down
identity.
to their reproductive organs.
Right.
They're more than vagina.
And see that is why
They more than just having a baby.
that right. And
That's
that,
a whole person, a human being with a soul. You know what I'm saying?
that is why I am so hyper focused on, and we talked about this a couple of shows ago in terms of, like, it is our job to start talking to these young boys in terms of how to even properly talk to a woman.
Hey, Shayna.
Right? Because a lot of these young boys, they don't know how to properly talk to a woman.
Mm-hmm.
Right? They don't know how to start a conversation with one.
Shada, we gotta talk.
You know,
I'm
without
gonna hit you later.
Without slurring, without just doing a whole bunch of big dumb wild stuff.
Seeing a DM, the question mark is crazy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It was somebody on this
don't
live.
like
I'm
the
not going to say the name of who was on this live that did that, but like they don't know like the social skill. We been talking about this. Just the social skills, man.
Yeah.
The social skill. What's up, Kevin? What's up, bro? You know what I'm saying? The social skills.
Because we've talked about this on the show in terms of a lot of these young dudes, they want to look cool. Trust and believe, you're not gonna get no cool points from me trying to look a certain kind of way, and then you get embarrassed by her because you didn't approach her right. You ain't gonna look cool in my eyes. You gonna look like a clown.
And the thing is, the reason why they doing it because with these youngins, the young women nowadays, it works. It works.
So both sides need to be taught.
Yeah, it works.
So
and they can just, they don't have no
I
standards.
mean, does it really work, bro?
Yes.
I would say it works short term.
Okay,
But
well,
that's all-
with young people,
Yeah,
ain't
young
no,
people,
ain't no,
yeah,
ain't
it's
no
just
long.
short term.
That's the thing, and that's a lot with young. Like that's what like my minimum on the age of who I'm trying to mess with. It goes up by the day because especially young women, though, they don't know what they want, bro. They think they want one thing, and then the wind will blow. It was like, well, I want another thing.
Well, that's the cool thing about being young, though.
I mean, that's normal. Yeah, that's
like,
normal.
you get to wake up one day and say, hey, I don't want to do this no more. Bye.
Listen,
that could be a gift
that's
and a
normal.
curse.
Listen,
That's all.
bro, there were girls in
ages,
school that didn't want nothing to do with me. Right?
Hey, bro, don't bring this up again, bro.
I'm just being honest, bro. There were girls in school and we were student athletes, right?
Yeah.
Now you fast
Oh, they know
forward
where you
all these years later, them DMs is flowing through. What's up with you?
What do you mean, what's up with me? I've been saying what's up since sophomore year.
What you mean? What's
What
up
are we
with
talking
me?
about? Like, what? Oh, man,
No.
You know I had a crush on you, Scoop. No, did not know that. Because you know why? Because I'd have been at the locker. You know my stance at the locker. Let me show you.
Oh my goodness, here we go.
Because I'd have been at the locker like this. Hold on, other way. I'd have been at the locker like this. Give you everything I got. You
I
hear
gotta
me?
see this, man.
Everything. Hold on. You know what I'm saying? Because you gotta have the stance. You know, with the elbow in the lockers, in the ridges of the lockers, because your elbow will hurt. So in between the space, so your elbows won't hurt. You gotta have the stance like this, and you gotta give her everything you got, and you gotta use this hand like you sing it to her, but you're talking to her. Like, yeah, baby. So you know what I'm saying? So if I would have knew that, I'd have been in the locker with you. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, listen, it takes. I give young people a pass in terms of when they don't know what they want. I give them a pass on that because they still evolving. They still trying to figure out who they are, really.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So in terms of that, it's cool. Because they still growing, they still learning, right? But at the age we are now,
Not going through it.
listen.
Let me tell you something. I'm going down to 26, 27? That's it, bro. All right, that's the lowest I go. Now, see, it's like, okay, so I for a long time it was 23. Now, I never really like, nigga, you're getting older, so that got to go up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But I just still had it. Slim, last year. Hold on, let me. But like, just thinking about it, because I try to take two different women serious.
Okay.
It was the same, but one was like 24 and another one was my age.
Okay.
And it was still the same thing. And I was just like,
Yeah.
That happens when
It can be
RN
that.
too.
Right. It can be that. Right. See the thing about age.
It's just a number.
Ain't that what Aaliyah said?
Let's not go to that song.
No, but don't think of it so literally though.
I understand that, but
Because the point that I'm getting ready to make is
climate we at.
when the listen, I get it, but the point that I'm getting ready to make is your age does not determine
Yes.
how mature you are.
Yes, Lord.
Up here,
Yes, Lord.
right? Because there's plenty of people that are our age
Yes, Lord.
that
And older.
are older. I wouldn't touch with a 10-foot pole,
Man.
right? But there are people that are Lauren's age that are mature beyond their years.
And younger than that, too.
And younger than that, right? Mature beyond their years, right? So the age thing is case by case.
Yeah, 'cause I know videos is still at. What's up, Jake? I got videos to just act like they still in high school.
That's a fact. Wearing skinny jeans.
You too grown for that,
We ain't gonna get it. We ain't gonna get into that again.
bro. Like, bro, when I used to work at not Red Robert, Labor Ready, with them old heads, bro. I'd be like, bro, why y'all still acting like this, Slim?
Why you 55 years old and you got holes in your jeans?
Bro, what is going on, bro?
Why?
What is going on? Hey, baby. You want some company? I feel like I could fit in them khakis.
That's wild.
The
Bro,
voice.
she's going to Duval. What's wrong with you, sir?
That's wild.
What's wrong with you, sir? You need to go sit down. Lock his ass up. Man, the older men, some of the older men. Now, it's some OGs out here that's some trill, real OGs. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know if this like you, on the woman's side, you know what I'm saying? But like seeing some OGs, not even OGs, just old ass, dumb ass niggas. Just you're like, dude, how you go through all that experience and ain't learn shit? How?
That's a fact.
How?
That's a fact.
How? The longer you was at Red Robin, the more you knew about the menu, how to work everything,
Right,
how to
right.
Contribute positivity
Right.
to what we got going on. How are you on this earth for 50 plus years
That's a
and
fact.
still don't know how to have some sense?
That's a fact.
Still don't know how to. You're not mature. You're still acting dumb. You know what I'm saying? You want to be a bachelor. You got a bad hip. You can't be a bachelor with a bad hip. Fuck wrong with you?
Well, you can. Technically.
You could be a blind football player. It's not gonna go well.
Yeah,
Fuck.
that's true. Yeah.
You can.
Yeah.
You can. You know what I'm saying? I can try to do a backflip. Shit.
Go ahead.
I want to see it.
Shit.
Go ahead.
And not into a pool, I can do it into a pool. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't got to laugh for real. I can just, on my feet first in the pool, I'm good. But let my big ass try to do that on some concrete or some grass.
You gonna see God.
I'm using all.
You gonna see the
I'm
Lord.
telling you,
You gonna listen.
insurance company gonna be working overtime. You hear me? Because I'm.
No, but you know what? Like,
So you can do it, man.
see, in a lot of ways, man, I completely understand why the ladies had their guard up so much around us.
Yeah.
Because naturally, man, we're supposed to be
Some dumbasses.
right. We're supposed to be their protection, right? And in a lot of ways, and of course, we can, all three of us, we can't relate to this because we're not women. But I mean, just the amount of things they go through every single day, just going about their business, right? Going to Target, run your errands, right? And you getting harassed.
You can't even dress for the summer.
Oh,
Bro, we can just go out with. We not gonna get catcalled. Like we can just go out with a tank top on, some shorts. It's the likelihood of a woman talking about, ooh boy, look at them thighs. I see you, boy. You know what I'm saying?
Extremely low.
Extremely low. Now, does it happen?
Yeah, it does happen.
Yes. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh my God. God.
No, it's
that's
happened to
how
me.
y'all feel? Like, oh my
Yeah,
God.
no, it's happened to me. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Especially with me, because all women say I have a fat ass, so it's so crazy. It's so crazy. You know what I'm saying? It's so crazy. Cause you get like I get a little bit of what they go through. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, boy, man, like going down the street. It's like I never get this one time. I was walking up the street to go to 7-Eleven, and there was a group of women, bro, and they was like, "Hey, boy, you got a fat ass." I was like,
Now, question.
that's how they feel like every
Right.
fucking
So,
day.
question.
Every day, multiple times a day.
I know we making light of this, but how did you feel when that happened?
My initial thought was like, damn, like you really paid attention to my ass from the car from like lanes away. But then also thinking that how many times that I did that. Right. You know what I'm saying? Lord have mercy. With mama in the car and all that. You know what I'm saying? But it was like.
Did you feel uncomfortable?
Yes.
Right. That's what I'm getting at.
I felt uncomfortable, but I also felt like, okay, this is never gonna go away as far as me and my But it made me think about what y'all made me feel.
Mm-hmm. Shea Butter Baby, hey girl, said, but when we do it, y'all ain't scared for your life if you don't respond or are uninterested.
That's a fact. We talked about it earlier. Hey Shay, what's the name? We talked about it earlier before. We got a call? Oh, 5 minutes. Oh, okay, my bad. I barely seen it, but like, yeah, we talked about it earlier. Yeah, that's the thing because.
We don't have to fear for our life
Nah.
with our sisters.
No.
But they have the and this is what we are.
That's what we
understanding. This is what we're talking against.
Understanding
is because a lot of them have that fear of us. We're your best ally,
and vice versa.
But a lot of them. They fear us, bro.
We have a fear as well,
and that's
it's a different fear though.
That's a painful thought.
Yeah, where at any moment,
right,
we can fuck y'all up physically, mentally too, but like y'all can get, you know what I'm saying. With us, we fear being emasculated. Is that a word? Emasculated? Is that the word?
Emasculated.
Yeah, emasculated from y'all. Because
that's a fact.
When I tell y'all, y'all are like a battleship operator. Y'all know what buttons to push.
That's a fact.
To the point you like.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? And we're extremely prideful, and y'all hit us here.
That's a fact. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When a man get heartbroken, man, it's like we go through a reverse. Y'all go through the worst of it in the beginning, and then y'all heal. We the exact opposite because we don't want to accept it. It takes us longer to accept it, and we just like. And then I talked about it last episode that I saw a video where they said that men love more authentically because when we love, it's not really a great day because when we love you, I'm willing to die for you.
At a moment's notice. No questions asked.
I'm willing to protect you at all costs.
All costs.
Y'all don't really have that responsibility.
Right.
So for us, it's kind of hard to replace somebody that we love like that because we have to put our all into it like that to protect you at all costs. Right. Because if somebody come in that foolishness, we got to go into it.
I mean, at the very basic, at our core, that's our job number one. number one, right? So like you said, like if we love you, if we there with you, like we are willing to die at a moment's notice. It doesn't matter how to preserve you, right? And the fact that we've gotten so far apart in terms of understanding what we're supposed to be doing for each other, that is what we're talking against on this show, and other shows are doing it too. We're getting better with it in terms of starting to understand each other and have these conversations, but we got a lot of work to do still.
A lot of work.
You got any closing thoughts?
This was great. This was so great.
Any closing thoughts?
Thank you guys for having me. I really appreciate this experience. This is great. Y'all need to be bigger.
Try.
It's in the works.
Coming on
It's
the way,
in the
yes.
works.
It's slow roasted. You know what I'm saying? Like a roast mom put, but the carrots and the potatoes are slow roasted.
Any upcoming projects people should be looking out for? Give them your social media
Any events?
information.
Yes,
all that.
Alias Crew just dropped a single, The Ride, out yesterday. So go stream and download that.
Alias Crew.
Yes, that is our production company.
Okay.
We do outreach, events, and music. Be out on the lookout for some of my music dropping this year as well.
What's your ad?
You can follow me at Lauren, LAURYN.Monet, MONET.
Don't forget the dot. Hey, appreciate y'all. Hey, Penny Podcast is made, but nobody lay it down like Spade is Spade. Like, subscribe, YouTube, Spotify, Instagram, all that there. And hit the notification bell.
All right. I don't need to say nothing else. We'll see y'all in 2 weeks. Thank y'all for y'all participation. Thank y'all for watching the show. Y'all be safe. Have a beautiful weekend, a safe weekend. We'll see y'all in 2 weeks. Thank y'all.
It's hot!
It's 301 music.
He couldn't do it right, so I pointed him to the left, just like that one song I said to go and find someone else. But was I talking to me? 'Cause I don't think I loved myself as much as I thought I did. Why allow the man I'm on? No one should be that strong. Show me a different side, and all I want you to do is take his place. Won't you switch spots for me? It wasn't fate. He just wanted